Unseen Russia. Russia, the largest country in the world, is often seen through a narrow lens. Its vast cities, its iconic landmarks, and its political stage. But beyond the well-trodden paths, there exists a Russia that is hidden, unexplored, and waiting to be discovered. 1. The expansive Siberian wilderness. Stretching over 13 million square kilometers, Siberia is often referred to as the heart of Russia, yet it remains largely unknown to the outside world. When most people think of Russia, they imagine the glittering lights of Moscow or the cultural richness of St. Petersburg, but few venture into the wilderness of Siberia, where the land is as wild and untamed as it was centuries ago. Siberia is home to some of the most remote and beautiful landscapes on Earth. Here, the Siberian taiga, the world's largest forest, meets the frozen expanse of the Arctic tundra. It's a place where few have traveled, where only the most resilient animals and people can survive the extremes of winter. For the indigenous peoples of Siberia, life has always been tied to the land. The Evenki, the Nenets, and other native groups continue their age-old traditions of reindeer herding and hunting in these remote corners of Russia. Despite the challenges, they maintain a deep connection to the land and its rhythms, a testament to their survival in this unforgiving wilderness. 2. Lake Baikal, the jewel of Siberia. Far from the urban bustle of Russia's western cities lies Lake Baikal, one of the most beautiful and least explored places on Earth. Often called the Pearl of Siberia, it's the world's oldest and deepest freshwater lake, a true natural wonder. Hidden within its clear waters lies a diverse ecosystem, some of which exist nowhere else on the planet. Lake Baikal's ecosystem is so unique that scientists are still discovering new species, many of them endemic to the lake. From the playful Baikal seals to the ancient fish that have evolved over millions of years, the lake is a living relic, holding mysteries that have yet to be fully uncovered. While it may seem far removed from civilization, Lake Baikal draws those who seek tranquility and adventure. Its shores are dotted with small villages, where locals live in harmony with the land, and tourists can experience a life far removed from the pressures of the modern world. 3. The Russian Far East, land of volcanoes and tigers. Further east in the Russian Far East, a land of fire and ice awaits. Here, active volcanoes spew ash into the sky, and the dense forests are home to one of the most elusive creatures on Earth, the Siberian tiger. Few people ever see these magnificent animals in the wild, as they are incredibly rare, but their presence is a testament to the rugged wilderness that surrounds them. The Russian Far East is a region of extremes, where the coldest winters and the hottest volcanic activity coexist. It is here that nature is at its rawest, where wildlife thrives in a land so remote and difficult to reach that it remains largely untouched by human hands. This is a place where the wild still reigns, a rare oasis of natural beauty. 4. The Ural Mountains. The divide between Europe and Asia. Running through the heart of Russia, the Ural Mountains form an ancient divide between Europe and Asia. Despite their prominence in Russian geography, they remain a largely unseen region, with few travelers making the journey to explore their rugged beauty. Hidden within these mountains are villages that have remained unchanged for generations. The locals here live simple lives, relying on the natural resources around them. For the adventurous, the Urals offer a landscape of forests, lakes, and waterfalls, where few have ventured and fewer still have mapped its secrets. 5. The Russian Arctic. Frozen frontiers. Finally, we come to the Russian Arctic, a land of extremes, where the temperatures can plunge to -50 degrees Celsius, and the sun does not rise for months at a time. Here, in the frozen wilderness, Russia's northernmost territories are home to some of the world's most resilient animals, such as polar bears, walruses, and Arctic foxes. Few have ventured to these frozen frontiers, yet it is in these coldest corners of the Earth where some of the most important environmental research is taking place. Scientists come here to study the effects of climate change on the Arctic, and to better understand the fragile ecosystems that exist in this hostile, yet breathtakingly beautiful land. 6. A land of hidden wonders. Russia is a land of untold beauty and untapped mystery. From the frozen tundra of the north to the volcanic wilderness of the Far East, from the ancient forests of Siberia to the remote corners of the Urals, there is much more to this vast country than meets the eye. The unseen Russia is a place of wild landscapes, resilient cultures, and an enduring spirit of adventure. It is a land where the wild still reigns and the unknown waits to be explored. Russia, untamed, unexplored, and ready to be discovered.